Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to the Deep Space Carrier series here in Elite Dangerous. We are continuing our journey out to the Vig's Beacon, which is right here. We started from over here at Notice the Southern Meridian, and we're making our way over to there. Our carrier is here in system with us as well, because I had it catch up to us since our last episode. So let's go ahead, go back there. We'll turn in our biology and all of that. Oop. I spaced out for a second there. We'll go ahead and turn in our biology just so we can get paid and put that money in the carrier. Let's see. Super Cruise Assist, just because. Boost into it, or at least full speed into it. Got to do the quick drop. Anytime you can do the quick drop, you always want to do the quick drop. But yeah, we're just the Vig's Beacon is kind of a waypoint on our. It's kind of a waypoint en route to our next destination, which is a really cool looking. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a gas giant, ring gas giant with some cool storms and stuff that's supposed to be there. So we'll see if that's the case once we actually make it to the system. But for now, we're still just trying to get there. So we got our landing clearance done. Go ahead and get ourselves hovering over the pad here. Trying to talk as much as I can while I do this, because when I go through my editing, I basically just cut out all the parts that look quiet in the sound wave there. So if I stop talking while I'm doing the landing, I'll probably accidentally cut out the landings, and I know some of you guys like to watch that. So yeah.
Greetings, Commander. We are glad to have you.
All right, we are here back in the fleet carrier. We need to run down the hall to the left over here to Vista Genomics, so we can sell off the data that we got. I don't remember. I'm not. Yeah, 12 million with the first footfall. I don't know. That's not really going to be that much. I think probably like. Yeah, I mean that's a couple weeks worth of stuff. So, you know, we only stopped at that one planet that had like 6 biological sources. We only grabbed like 2 of them, I think. But I mean, you know, that's still a couple weeks worth of carrier payments. So, I can live with it. So I want to head back to the ship so we can go ahead and like get the routes and stuff planned in. I keep forgetting to save the route as an Excel file, so I always end up having to redo the carrier route every time, which, you know, is kind of dumb, but whatever, it's fine. It's not that hard to do. So let's bring up our galaxy map here. We're gonna head over to Spanch. We're going to put in we're going to make sure we're on the carrier router. We're going to put in the destination system. And then we are going to look at our current system, which is, let's see here. I got to go over to the galaxy map in the carrier management menu. Hopefully the music isn't going to be ridiculously loud. Okay. So we are in Acorns. I know it's not Acorns, but I'm just saying Acorns. So, it would help if it would actually, okay, AICONS CWE D11-1. All right, that actually does pop up in our stuff. We'll calculate it. Okay, and then, so it does not look like, yeah, it does not look like there's going to be any options for places to go, or places to refuel, and that kind of sucks. That's all right, though. We'll go ahead and get our carrier moving on to the next one, and ideally we can get a couple jumps in during the episode here. So we're also going to follow that pathway with our Mandalay here to do some exploration along the way. Did we actually get the thing? All right, so we are good with all of that. We just need to get out of here and start doing some more exploring. Hopefully we can find ourselves a little bit more in the way of some stratum tectonicus. That would be nice. Or even better, it would be nice if we could actually find some interesting biology. Because, you know, money's nice, but the whole reason for being out here is to find cool stuff. So if we're not finding cool stuff, come on, get away from the ship. There we go. All right, so let's get back on the road. And as we always do, we'll do the ping while we're boosting into the star, so we can minimize the amount of time it takes us to get the fuel scooping operation done. There's nothing to scan here, so as soon as the frameshift drive is ready, we will go ahead and start popping that, get out of the fuel scooping for the star so we don't overheat, and off we go to the next one. That is the cycle that we do. I try to go through that process during every video, because I believe the vast majority of people watching this have never seen this series before, so you don't know what we're doing, you don't know what the thing is. For those of you who watch the videos regularly, sorry, I got to make sure everybody's caught up. All right, looks like there's 16 bodies here. We're gonna go ahead and stop and scan. I kind of have this arbitrary limit for what I'm gonna, how many bodies there needs to be in a system for me to decide to scan it. If it's more than 20, it's a definite no. But depending on the day and how I feel, how motivated I am, it might. Oh, I hate when I do that. It might go down to like 15, because I've made it clear, and I'm going to say it almost every episode, I think, because it's one of my least favorite things. I detest the full spectrum system scanner, and anything I can do that will limit my interaction with it. I don't know who thought that this was a good idea for exploration. The fun is in seeing stuff, not in scanning for it. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff on the other side of the star, but yeah, there's no high metal content planets in the system. You can tell from the spectrum here, so we're just going to go ahead and head out. I don't feel like repositioning and then having to go back and try to find... If we haven't found any biology by now, it's unlikely we're going to find any on the last few planets that are here, so we're just going to get out of here. Alright, another one that just has 13 in it, so that's good. It's a nice solid number to go after. Get out of the star here and start scanning. We got gas giants, icy bodies, and some asteroids in it. So realistically, again, we're gonna have another system here. We're probably not even gonna stop to check any of the biology that's here, if there is any, because it's almost certainly going to be bacteria and space mushrooms, and that's just not fun. Okay, that should clear out all of our asteroids, at least over here. Or at least I thought so. So a bunch of icy bodies and stuff right around this gas giant here. It seems like the vast majority of stuff is right around this little gas giant. Is this like different kinds of asteroid belts or something here? What's going on? It's kind of annoying. All right, so we got 2 more left. It's probably, yeah, I was about to say, it's probably going to be this gas giant here, and then, ooh. Okay, we need to check that out because it might be icy rings. Okay, we need to go check that out because I would like to have a fuel stop if we can manage it, and we might be able to cancel our... If there's tritium rings here, we might be able to cancel our jump and just have the carrier come straight here, and then we'll spend a couple of days mining, I think. Just kind of depends on what's here. I mean, we're out here in the black, so you need to stop pretty much every time you find an icy ring that has tritium hotspots. Now, the big thing is it needs to have tritium hotspots. I'm not going to stop for just icy rings, because it'll take forever to try... Oop! Why is it still accelerating? I could have swore I pulled back on the throttle. I guess not. So we're only coming over here because I want to fire a probe into the ring here and see if maybe it has some tritium. If it has tritium, we're moving the carrier right here. And the next 2 or 3 episodes is probably going to be mining. I mean, I'll still mine off camera because it gives me, it's something to do sometimes. But it's going to take a while to get enough tritium into the tanks for me to feel comfortable for a long while. So let's hit that and see if any tritium pops up. So unfortunately, it does not appear that there are any hotspots here. That sucks. All right, well, we checked it out and it ended up being nothing, so we don't need to mess with our carrier jump. That's all right. It is what it is. Before we do that, let me just make sure there were no other rings in the system that I missed. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, moving on. Got to keep that in the back of my head, though. We probably passed 1 or 2 gas giants in there that might have had tritium in it. But that's fine. We have plenty of fuel to get to our next destination, so ideally by then we'll have found something. So I just got to remember to keep that in the back of my mind. Hey, it's not just the biology. We're also looking for icy rings. So if we zoom in and we see any kind of rings, we need to pay attention to that. I really need to make sure we're looking at that. All right, 19 bodies in this system. We'll go ahead and scan it just because I'm feeling kind of generous today with my time. 19 isn't too bad, and who knows what we're going to find in here. No, not with just icy bodies. We're not. We're just going to go. There's not enough. If there's no high metal content planets, and it's 19 like that, I'm like, Some people will say that, there's always a chance that there might be something interesting on one of those planets, but the chances are so small that, spending the time to go through every body like that, is just it's gonna make things take way longer than it already does. So why I wish that they would just make the discovery scanner give you a list of the things that are of all the things that are in the system, not where they are, but just what's there. You still have to go through the process of locating it, but at least it'll let you know if it's worth your time to go looking for stuff, you know? The discovery scanner is detecting traces of this biology, or it's detecting traces of this or that or whatever. Like that would A, make the tool way more useful, but also B, it would help you. It would help it so it would make it so that exploring is not so mind-numbingly annoying, and it'd be relatively easy to implement because all of that stuff is generated when they make the system. What is this? Is this high metal content? Ooh, we just found some stratum tectonicus. We just found another set of stratum tectonicus. Man, there is a lot of high metal content. Holy crap. All right, we're gonna be in this system for a while because we're gonna take full advantage of this. Like, normally I wanna hurry up and get on, but I mean, there is a crap ton of money to be made here. So yeah, I don't know why my scanner keeps turning. It's very annoying. We're definitely gonna be taking full advantage of that. Holy crap! There is just all kinds of stratum tectonicus here. At least I'm assuming. It almost always is stratum tectonicus when it's a high metal content world and, you know, just two bodies. It's almost always just stratum tectonicus. So I got a little freaked out because the star slung by me real fast, and I, for whatever reason, just stopped paying attention to the numbers and just went with my instinct. And my instinct said, "Oh, turn it off." No, we still got a long way to go. Get down to 2 seconds and turn it off. Throttle back. Full throttle into... So yeah, we have a lot of scanning to do. All right, let's go ahead and get these probes started. Realistically, the odds are telling me that this is going to be bacterium and stratum, and if it's stratum, it's going to be stratum tectonicus, because high metal content planets almost always have stratum tectonicus. And then 99% of the time, whenever I have a high metal content planet with two biological signatures, it's bacteria and stratum.
50%.
See?
Surface scan complete.
So let's get ourselves down to the planet. We'll do some scanning. Make sure we go down on this side. So yeah, we have like 4 or 5 planets that we need to visit, because almost certainly I hate the punishment. I hate the punishing way that approaches work in this game. It's so annoying. Just let me hurry up and get there. Like, I can drop at almost full speed into a freaking station. I can quick drop into a station, but they won't let me do it with the planet. Like, come on. Stop wasting my time, please. It takes enough time to do all this stuff without you adding on to it. Alright, so let's get down here. We'll go and scan ourselves some stratum tectonicus, and then hurry up and get out of here and go visit another planet. Try to get as many of these done as we can before we run out of time for the episode. Okay, that's the bacteria. There's the stratum. We are going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. Alright, so this is going to be... we gotta wait for that to go away, but this is going to be number 1 out of the first planet, eventually, as we wait for the sample to go away. We did get first footfall. This is stratum tectonicus. You can tell by this texture there, so that's going to absolutely another 90 million credits right there. Just need to grab 2 more of those. And for those of you who are just joining, we always use the ship. I'm not a big fan of messing around with the SRV. I have 2 with me, just in case. I personally prefer to just fly around everywhere. It's much faster. It's much, much faster. Okay, that's 2. It's 2 out of 3 that we need to get. And a little further, we can get off this rock. Alright, so this is number 3, and that's going to do it for this planet. So we're going to grab this sample, get back on the ship, and then check out the other planets that had 2 biological signatures on them. And let the sample finish there now so we don't have to wait for it next time, because that's kind of annoying when it does that. So for this one, we need to hop into here, and then... So we want to get all the ones in this one here first. So let's see, biological, high metal content. So let's go ahead and head to this one next. Okay, and we'll boost over to this guy here. Wow, man, there's just no way to... There's just... Once you clear the gravity well, it accelerates so quickly compared to what it was doing. So you always end up overshooting almost every time. You almost always end up overshooting when you do that. It's just so difficult to yank out of a gravity well and then not go too far past what you were trying to do. That's all right, though. We're going to get over here. We're going to pop some probes on this guy, and almost certainly it's going to be stratum, bacteria, and stratum. I can't pass up this much money just sitting here in this system. It's all right. 6 probes for this one. Behind, top, left, right, down, and closest. Wait for the probes to hit, and we'll find out what's on this planet. Bacteria and stratum, just like I said. Pretty much all of these are going to be the same. I think there's like 5 different versions of this. So, I mean, you know, 90 million times 5. They just really insist on punishing you and wasting your time if you don't perfectly do the approach. So annoying. I really wish they would adjust the planetary approach process to make it much more streamlined. We might end up getting screwed on this one. I knew they were going to do that to me, these motherfuckers. This is what I'm talking about. You have to be absolutely perfect or you end up having to waste a bunch of time. So now I got to boost down 23 kilometers to get to the freaking surface because they wanted to make the landing procedure require skill. Why do I have an orbital landing computer then? Why can't it just... so stupid. I mean, seriously, why do I have to waste a spot for an orbital landing computer when all I really need is, since I have to manually do it myself anyways, just give me the distance to the planet where the orbital distance line is, and then I'll just freaking do it. I don't need the computer. Why am I wasting a slot for that? Why are we wasting a slot for that? So annoying. Alright, well, we found the bacteria, but... Oh, yeah, this is a big boy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, this is planet number 2, sample number 1. This is a very big, or I won't say it's a very big planet, but, you know, relatively high Gs for what we're used to. Normally landing on pretty small planets, but another first footfall with our Stratum Tectonicus there, so we're at 180 million credits. Oh yeah. Seriously paying some bills. Try to go the way I was originally trying to go. I want to make sure we get far enough away that I don't have to take off again because I'm too close to a sample. But then you also have to make sure you get into an area where there's flat enough to land, so... Saw something out of the corner of my eye over here. Okay. Where's the sample? Oh, is this bacteria? Damn it. The rocks. It doesn't normally show up on rocks, and it made it look like it was... I thought it was a little bit too neon looking to be what I was trying to get to. Oops. I know we passed by some a second ago. That's alright. I'm so annoyed that we ended up damaging ourselves on the freaking not even atmosphere. Like, there's no real atmosphere here. Alright, this is sample number 2 on planet number 2. And realistically, this is all we're going to be able to get done today. Because I'm at 26 minutes as of recording, and I have other games I got to get to, so... No more time. Grab this sample, and then hopefully I'll remember in the next episode that we have more to grab. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description if you prefer to go that route, because some people like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for tomorrow's episode where we'll grab the last 2 or 3 of our samples. And I'll see you then.